Let's see here today class flow chart. Okay, in flow chart you can see some of the basics. What is the operating system? Those first we can learn. Okay, operating system can also be classified as a single user system and multi-user system. Okay, single user system and multi-user system nothing but okay. Single user system and multi-user system. Okay, single user system nothing but provides a platform for only one user at a time. Okay, they are popularly associated with the desktop operating systems, which run on standalone systems where no user accounts are required. Okay, that is example disk operating system. Example what disk operating system. On the disk operating system, only one user can run that at a time. Okay. Next one you can see. In single user nothing but only one computer can work with one single user. One single user can operate only one system that is platform independent, that can't depend any other system, so only that is platform independent system. Okay, single user nothing but only one user can work with the desktop operating system which runs on standalone system. Okay, those are not depend any other systems. Okay, where no user accounts are required. Okay, directly you can install that and you can work with that system only. Okay, and next one, multi-user system nothing but provides regulated access for a number of users by maintaining a database of known users. Okay, and next here refers to computer system that supports two or more simultaneous users can work with that system. Okay, next another. Okay, next, here you can see in multi-user systems, okay, it provides regulated access for number of users, for number of users. Okay, okay, here and refers to computer system that supports two or more simultaneous users, and it provides regulated access for a number of users by maintaining a database of known users only. Okay, another term for multi-user is a time sharing. Another term for multi-user nothing but that is a time sharing. Okay, example for all mainframes and or mainframes and or multi-user systems, and example for that operating system that is Unix operating system. Okay, then nowadays we are using n computing system also. N computing system nothing but only one computer is there. That computer the only one CPU is there. Okay, we can connect as on that single CPU multiple what are those monitors we can attach through that computing inputs, and we can work on that different types of systems. Okay. Next, here contains nothing but today's topic, problem solving technique. Okay, we will learn okay, problem statement, algorithms, types, examples, and flowchart, and symbols, and those examples. Okay. Problem solving techniques. A problem statement you can see here help diagnose the situation so that your focus is on the problem. Okay, helpful tools at this stage include algorithms and flowcharts for identifying the expected steps of a process. Okay, therefore to solve any problem. Next, collect and analyze information and data. Okay, we can collect the information about what is that problem, and then after you can analyze it. What information is there? That information you can read and you can analyze that, and what type of data is there. Okay, how we can solve this one. These all are first you can collect what is the information is there. That information you can collect information and data, collect data, and then after you can analyze that information. Then after you can easily solve that. Okay, let's talk with people familiar with the problem. Okay, suppose you have some health problems are there, health issues are there. Those health issues you talk with the doctors. You talk with the doctors. Okay, they know that what is that problem and how we can solve that problem. Okay, first you can discuss with the familiar peoples. Okay, which problem is that? That problem related familiar peoples with those persons you can talk about that problem. Okay, if at all possible, okay, view okay the problem first hand and confirm all findings. What are the findings are there? Those you can find out easily. Those you can find out easily. Okay, first you can what collect and analyze information and data. Then after talk with people familiar with the problem. Next, if at all possible, so okay, view the problem first hand and confirm and finds. Okay. And next here, algorithm. Algorithm nothing but what the algorithm is a part of blueprint. Is a part of blueprint or a plan for the computer program. That is a plan for the computer program. Okay, and algorithm is you can see here an effective producer for solving a class of problems, for solving a class of problems in a finite number of steps, in a finite number of steps. Okay, all of you note down, this is the definition for algorithm: an effective procedure for solving a class of problems, okay, in a finite number of steps, in a finite number of steps. Okay, there infinite number of steps are there. Okay, that is waste, that is waste for us. Okay, where the finite number of steps nothing but their problem have must and should one solution. Okay, they have no solution, you can't find out. Okay, there was a solution for that problem, you easily find out. Okay, every algorithm should have the following five characteristics features. Okay, those one is input and second one is output and definiteness, effectiveness and termination. Input, output, definiteness and effectiveness and termination, these are the features of the characteristics of algorithm. Okay, all of you remember these. Okay, all of you remember. Okay, these. Okay. And the next one, here you can see to find the largest of three numbers, largest of three numbers. Okay, that purpose you can read here. Read three numbers. Start is nothing but starting of a problem algorithm, and then after inputs are there. Those inputs are three numbers. Three numbers. Read three numbers. Okay, number one comma number two comma number three. If number one is greater than number two, then go to step five. Number one and number two. Number one is greater than number two, then go to step five. Step five out, if number one is greater than number two, then okay, print number one is largest. Else print number three is largest. Okay. Next one you can see here. If number two is greater than number three, then number two is largest. Else number three is largest. Okay, next here and okay, next here what is that? And is there. Okay, next next one is the example. One of the simplest algorithm is to find the largest number in a list of numbers. Okay, list of numbers are there, from that you can find out okay, largest number. Okay, high level description you can see here. Assume the first item is largest. Just you can assume the first number is largest. Okay, given numbers you can see 2 5 10. Okay, next 20, last one. Okay, and first two is there. Two you assume that is a largest number. Next, look at each of the remaining items in the list, and if it is larger than the largest item, okay, so far make a note of it. Okay, the last noted item is the largest in the list when the process is complete, when the process is complete. Okay, the last noted item is the largest in the list. Okay, when the process when the process is completed. Okay, see here another one, formal description. On that formal description written in prose, but much closer to the high level language of a computer program. Okay, the following is the more formal coding of the algorithm in pseudo code. Okay, find the largest number in a list of number. You can see here largest number. On that largest number inputs, you can see a non-empty list of numbers. Input nothing but what, a non-empty list of numbers, and output nothing but a largest number in the list, a largest number in the list. These two are the basics information. And here you can see first step, okay, start, then after largest, okay, L0 largest number, assume L0 for each item in the list. L is the list of items. On that list of items, L0 is the starting element, and that element we assume as a largest number. Okay, next, do, okay, if the item is greater than largest, if the item is greater than largest, then largest item is the item. Largest item is what, the item. Return largest, return largest. Okay, next, next you can see here flow chart guidelines for drawing a flow chart. Flow chart are usually drawn. Flow charts are usually drawn. Okay, drawn using some standard symbols. Okay, some standard symbols which are frequently required for charting. Okay, many computer programs are shown below. Okay, that is first one, start or end of the program. Okay, second one, computational steps are processing function of a program. Okay, next, input or output operation. And next one, decision making or branching. Decision making or branching. Okay, next, first one, start or end. Start or end of the program, that there you can use vowel symbol. Okay, then after computational steps, nothing but processing function of a program. Input or output operations. Okay, reading and writing purpose we are using parallelogram, and decision making purpose we are using diamond or rhombus symbol we can use for that. Okay, next, a set of usable standard flowchart symbols. Okay, those you can see here. Okay, rounded box nothing but use it to represent an event which occur automatically, that purpose we are using rounded box. A rectangular box, what purpose we are using, use it to present an event, which is controlled within the process, okay, typically this will be a step or action which is taken, and diamond nothing but use it to represent a decision point in the process, next, circle nothing but use it to represent a point at which the flowchart connects with another process. Okay, circle nothing but one page is over ended, and next page we can start it. There you can use circle symbol, and on that circle symbol you can mention their arrow marker. Okay, that is the reason for that. Okay, advantages of using flowchart. What are the advantages are there for when we are using flowchart? Communication is easier, better and easy way to communicate any information by using flowchart. Flowcharts are better way of communicating the logic of a system. Okay, when we are using flowcharts, that communication is very better compared to other. Next, effective analysis nothing but problems can be analyzed in more effective way. Analyzed in more effective way. Next, proper documentation nothing but here flowcharts serve as good program documentation. Okay, proper documentation nothing but you can see here flowchart serves as a good program documentation. When we draw a flowchart, we can write down easily what is the program is there, how we can write down those all are easily we can do when flowchart is a proper flowchart. Next, effective analysis, the problem can be analyzed in more effective way. When we are using the flowchart, when you can see that flowchart, you can analyze in more effectively. you can analyze in more effectively. Okay, next, efficient coding. Efficient coding, nothing but flowchart act as a guide or blueprint during the system analysis and program development phase. You can see here flowcharts act as a guide or blueprint during the system analysis and program development phase. What is that flowchart? Is it that flowchart act as a guide to a user or a blueprint during the system analysis? That is a blueprint during the system analysis and program development phase also. That is a blueprint or that is a guide for a user. Okay, when flowchart is there, just communication is easy. Communication is better. We can communicate in better way and effective way. We can do anything in effective way and proper documentation. Nothing but serve as a good program documentation when their flowchart is there and efficient coding. Nothing but that is guide for user and blueprint during the system analysis also. Okay. Okay, advantage of use another one, proper debugging. Proper debugging, nothing but any errors are there, those errors we can rectify. Okay, in flowchart helpful in that debugging process. Any errors are there, just you can see that flowchart and you can rectify that. Just you can see that flowchart and you rectify that what is the problem is there and what are the things are there, how we can rectify those problems. Those are all. Okay, and next. As flowchart of the while loop, you can see here in while loop. What is the function of while loop? While loop, nothing. First test the condition. Okay, first test the condition. What is the condition is there? First test the condition. Okay, next, flowchart of the while loop, test the expression. Okay, that expression tested there. The condition is true, body of the loop is executed, otherwise comes out of that loop. When you can see this flowchart, you easily find out what is the information on that. You easily find out. Okay. Next, you can see here. This is what this is a while looping statement. This is what while looping statement. Okay. And next, this one you can see initialization expression. Okay, test expression. Next, body of the loop, increment expression, and exist. You can see here first initialization expression. What is the expression is there? That expression first you can initialize. Okay, then after test that expression. Okay, there test is a condition is true, then going inside the body and what are the statements inside the body, those all are executed. Then any increment expressions are there, those all also executed. Okay, their test condition is failed, then comes out of that loop. Otherwise that loop is repeated again and again until the condition becomes false, until the condition becomes false. Okay. Okay, and next, Next one you can say this one another flowchart. This is if statement. Here if statement nothing but condition is true, then a body of if is executed. Otherwise, what are the next statements are there? Those are executed. Okay, in if statement only one condition is there. The condition is tested there. Okay, condition true, then body of if is executed. Otherwise, what are the next statements are there? Those next statements are executed. Okay, this is if statement. If nothing but that is a conditional control statement. While is a looping statement. There are two types of control statements are there: conditional control and looping statements are there. Conditional control statements are if else if switch nested if these all are conditional control statements, and looping statements nothing but while do while for these are the looping statements. And the difference between while and do while, the condition tested at the beginning of the loop, those are for and while loop. The condition tested at the end of the loop, that is do while loop. First time the condition either true or false, then also be executed. Okay, then after test the condition false, then comes out of the loop. The meaning of that first time the loop is executed, either condition true or false. Okay. Next, the flowchart of the if-else statement, the test expression, body of okay, if-else nothing but the first condition tested there, condition is true, then body of the loop is executed. Otherwise, body of the loop is not executed. Else body is executed. Here, if body and else body, two bodies are there. When condition is true, then if body is executed. Condition false, else body is executed. Okay. Next, here you can see. And here another one switch statement. In the switch statement, you can see here the flowchart of the switch statement. Okay, here switch variable equivalent first case constant. What is the first case constant value is there? That value you can mention there. That first case value related statements are executed. Otherwise, exit from that loop. Okay, otherwise default body is executed here. Okay, here you can see switch statement nothing but what the number of cases are there. Okay, from number of cases only one case you can select. Okay, that case related body executed. Okay, here this is the first case when you can mention the one the integer value, or sometimes you can take what characters. Okay, those you can take characters, you can take those character you can mention case related character only you can give in input. Okay, those values are matched with that case related statements are executed. Okay, suppose this one into case one is there, you can mention input value one, then one related what are the statements are there, body is there, that body is executed. Okay, you can mention two related bodies are executed. Okay, you can give the one first one got matched, and check you can give the input value two, first one is one, that is not matched, and you can mention two, then two matched with that second case, then automatically second case body is executed. Okay, here you can see switch variables equivalent third case constant, any constant third one case equivalent, those are matched with third one, then that is true. Okay, third case body is executed. Okay, otherwise default body is executed there. Okay, next exit from that loop. Okay, ma'am. And here you can see flowchart for finding the sum of first five natural numbers. Okay, first five natural numbers we can find out. Okay, sum of n natural number formula what n is equal to n into n plus 1 by n into n plus 1. Like that here also you can see. Okay, start and then after s initial value of that s is equal to 0. Next I is equal to 1. S is equal to s plus I. S is equal to nothing but initial value 0, I value 1, starting value 1, 0 plus 1, 1. Now S value 1. Okay, I now incremented. I value what 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, now I here S value what more, S value what 0. You got 2 is greater than 0. Okay, go back. And here again S is equal to what? S is equal to previous value 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 to S value 2 now. Okay, 1 plus I nothing but previous S value at 1. 1 plus okay, now I value 2. Okay, 1 plus 2 3. Okay, next I is equal to I value 2 plus 1 3. Okay, 3 is greater than 0. Next go to next back, and here s is equal to s value now 3. 3 plus this one I value also 3. 3 plus 3 6. Next I value I is equal to I plus 3, that is but 3. 3 plus 1 4. Okay, 4 is greater than 0. Come back, and here s value what now? S value is equal to s value what more? Yes, 6. S is equal to 6 plus 4, 10. Okay, 10. Next, I value now 4 plus 1, 5. 5 next, go back here. And here, 5 S is equal to 10 plus 5. I value 5 S value, previous S value 10. 10 plus 5, 15. Okay, I value 6. 6 is greater than 5. Okay, here printed that some value, and is here. Okay, here you can see these s is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, s is equal to s plus 1, I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, these all are you can mention here parallelograms. So rectangles, just you can give here I value and s values, those are initialized values. There also you can use the rectangle symbol. Okay, and here processing is there. That processing purpose we are using condition is there. That purpose we are using rhombus or parallel diamond symbol. And printing purpose, reading and printing purpose, we are using parallelogram. Here end is there, here starting is there. Starting and the ending value or the both, or what those two are what is that one oval symbols, okay, those are for starting and ending. And next one. Okay, next flow chart. This is also example of flow chart to find the sum of first n first 50 natural numbers. Okay, sum value is 0, n value is also 0. Here n is equal to n plus 1. Okay, sum is equal to what? Sum is equal to sum plus n. Sum is equal to sum plus 1. If n double is equal to 50, okay, then print. N double is equal to 50, then print. Okay, n value equal to 50, then print. Okay, more than 50, you can't print. Okay, like that here also you can see. mm, okay, here start that is vowel symbol, and also vowel symbol. Okay, sum is equal to 0, n is equal to 0, n is equal to n plus 1, and sum is equal to sum plus n. Okay, is n is equal to 50. Okay, those three are the rectangle symbols. And sum is equal to sum plus n also rectangle symbol. And is n is equal to 50, this is what, this is a diamond symbol. And print reading values or scanf print values, that is called a parallelogram, and that is ended. Okay, here sum is 0 initial value and n initial value also 0. N is equal to 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 nothing but 1 n value. Now sum is equal to 0 plus n value what? 1. 0 plus 1 1. 0 plus 1 1. Okay, here 1 is equal to 0, no. Any, then go back, and here n value now what? 1. Okay, previous n value 1. N is equal to 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 nothing but 2. Okay, sum is equal to previous sum value 1. 1 plus 2 3. Okay, 3 is equal to 50, no, go back, and n is equal to previous n value what? 2. And now 2 plus 1 3. Okay, 3 next, previous sum value what? Okay, 3. 3 plus now n value also 3. 3 plus 3 6. 6 is equal to 50. Okay, no. Okay, that's why go back. Like that 50 times 50 times that is repeated. After that n value becomes 50. 50 is equal to 50. Okay, then as print some value here, end is there. Okay, that is the process of find 50 natural number. And also you can mention there that formula n is equal to n into n plus 1. Okay, by using that formula also you can find out. Okay, here flowchart find largest of two numbers. Okay, and their start and end, these two are the vowel symbols. And reading and writing, reading and writing purpose, read a comma b, print a and print b. Okay, reading a comma b and print a and print b. Okay, suppose if a is greater than b, a is greater than b, here as print a, no, print b. Okay, next end is there. Okay, if a is greater than b, okay, then a is bigger. Okay, otherwise B is bigger. Okay, here you can use in programming if else statement. On that if else statement, you can write down these all are things. Okay, on that if else statement, you can write down what is that one first, a main function opening braces, variable declaration int a comma b. Next printf enter a comma b values and scanf percentile d a comma percentile b, percentile d comma percentile d, and comma ampersand a comma ampersand b. Okay, then after if a is greater than b, okay, print if a is bigger, else b is bigger. Okay, the next those are there. Okay, and here you can see, okay, flowchart to find the largest of three numbers. Previous one two numbers, now three numbers. Okay, when previous one two numbers, just first number is greater, else or second one. Okay, but here three numbers are there. That's why A is greater than B or A is greater than C. A is greater than B, then B is bigger. A is bigger, and A is greater than B, C, then A is bigger. Okay, both conditions are false, then B is greater than C. Then B and C are tested. B is bigger than B is printed and C is bigger than C is printed. Okay, here start and reading A, B, C values you can read by using this box. Here you can read the values. Okay, if B is greater than C, first if A is greater than B, A is greater than B, A is greater than B first, S, then A is greater than C, then A is greater than C. A is not equal to B, A is not greater than B, then condition false, then B is greater than C here. Greater than B, A is greater than B, then A is greater than C. Okay, otherwise A is greater than B is not equal, that is condition is false, then go to B greater than C. On that B greater than C, B is greater than C, then print S, condition is true, print B. Okay, otherwise print C. Here A is greater than B, then goes to the condition A is greater than C. Here A is greater than C. Okay, that condition is true, then print A is bigger, otherwise print C, otherwise print C, and okay. And you can see here limitations of using flowchart. Here complex logic is there, sometimes the program logic is quite complicated. Okay, in that case flowchart becomes complex and clumsy. Okay, next alternations and modifications are there. If alternations are required, the flowchart the flowchart may require redrawing completely, and reproduction nothing but as the flowchart symbols cannot be typed, and reproduction of flowchart becomes a problem. Okay, you can see on the overview of this today's class. You can see, okay, types of OS. Types of OS nothing but operating system can be classified into two categories. One is single user system, second one is multi-user system. Single user system nothing but what only one user can use at a time, and they are popularly associated with the desktop operating system which run on standalone system where no user accounts are required. Okay, example for that DOS. And multi-user systems provides a regulated access of a number of users by maintaining a database of known users. Okay, refers to computer systems that supports two or more simultaneous users. Okay, another term for multi-users is time sharing. All mainframes and or multi-user systems. Okay, and Unix also. Next here, content today's topic problem solving. On that problem solving, you can say we will learn problem statements, algorithms, the flow charts. Okay, these all are. Okay, next problem solving nothing but there. First, you can collect and analyze the data, and then after talk with the familiar people so who knows that problem. Okay, if at all possible, so view the problem first hand and confirm all findings. Confirm all findings. And then after here algorithm nothing but an effective procedure for solving a class of problems. Okay, an effective procedure for solving a class of problems in a finite number of steps. Every algorithm should have the following five characteristics features. Okay, input, output, definiteness, effectiveness, and termination. Input, output, definiteness, effectiveness, and termination. These five are the characteristics of a algorithm. Okay. Next, here you can see to find largest of three numbers. That purpose you can mention first start. Each and every algorithm start with the start step and end with the end step. Okay. Next, end keyword and start keyword. There, read three numbers. Okay, reading values nothing but in C programming you can scan that and writing nothing but here printf statement you can use. Okay, next TDS file కాలే ఫోర్త్ కార్డ్ యాడ్ అవ్వలేదు చెప్పాను చెప్పాను ఒకసారి ఓకే. And an example, one of the simplest algorithm is to find the largest number in a list of numbers. Okay, high level descriptions. I assume the first item is largest. Okay, and which on the list, first item you assume has a largest number, and then after you can compare that number with all other numbers in the list. Okay, which one greater than that number is greatest in that list. That is the technique you can use there. And here also you can see starting number. You can assume that starting number list of number starting number is L0 and last number is Ln minus 1. Okay, those are the numbers. Those numbers you can say you can compare with the L0 number with the L1, L2 like that Ln minus 1 numbers, and then you easily find out. Okay, what is a flowchart? The flowchart is a means of visually presenting the flow of control through an information processing system, the operations performed within the system, and the sequence in which they are performed. Okay, it is a graphic representation of how a process works, showing at a minimum. Okay, the sequence of steps. Okay, flowcharts are generally drawn in the early stages of formulating computer solutions. Okay, next flowchart guideline for drawing a flowchart. You can see here what are the guidelines are there. Okay, flowcharts are usually drawn using some standard symbols. Okay, some standard symbols which are frequently required for the flowcharting. Many computer programs are shown below. You can see here that is parallelogram. This first one is oval symbol. This one is rectangle symbol. This is parallelogram, and this is a decision making or branching statement. And here input or output, those operations, reading and writing operations, and computational steps or processing functions of a program, and start or end of the program purpose we are using this symbol. And here computational steps or processing functions purpose we are using this rectangle symbol, and input output purpose, reading and writing purpose we are using parallelogram, and decision making purpose we are using this. Okay, a set of useful standard flowchart symbols. Okay, rounded box and rectangular box and diamond box. These we are using for that. Okay, different types of advantages of using flowchart. Communication is easier, and what is the problem is there, that problem we can effectively solve, and proper documentation, efficient coding. Okay, flowchart act as a guide or blueprint during the system analysis and program development phase. Okay, here proper documentation is nothing but flowcharts serve as a good program documentation. Okay, effective analysis nothing but problem can be analyzed in more effective way. Okay, communication nothing but flowcharts are better way of communicating the logic of system. Okay, these are the advantages of flowchart. When we are using flowchart, these all are advantages of that. And proper debugging also. Okay, flowchart helps in debugging process also. Efficient program maintenance. The maintenance of the operating program becomes easy with the help of flowchart. Okay, And next here flowchart nothing but while looping statement flowchart this one. Okay, the condition tested at the beginning of the loop. Their condition is true, body of the loop is executed, otherwise exit from that body. Okay, the loop is repeatedly executed. Nothing but these are looping nothing but where the start and the end also there. That's why that is called looping statement. Looping statements also called iterative statements and repetitive statements. Also, we can repeatedly execute that body again and again until the condition falls until the condition it falls. Okay, how many times you can want to execute, that much of times you can execute this loop. Okay, and here for loop initialization test and increment and decrement operators are there. Those test is condition is true, then body of the loop is executed, otherwise comes out of that loop. And next here if condition is tested, if body is executed, otherwise if body is not executed there. Okay, next here if else nothing but a condition is true, if body is executed, condition false, the body of else is executed there. Okay, next here you can see switch statement. On that switch statement, okay, case related integer value is matched with that case, then those bodies are executed, otherwise those are not executed. And here you can see first five natural numbers finding purpose s is equal to s plus I. You can see that and you can execute these all are things. Okay, today class is over. Okay, let's stop.